Welcome to another episode of SwillinGrog's Wonderful World of Beer. This time around I'll be reviewing Magic Hat number 9, 5.1% alcohol by volume, brewed by the Magic Hat Brewing Company of Burlington, Vermont in the USA. Alright, what more can I tell you about Magic Hat number 9? Well, until a few weeks back I'd never laid eyes on it before. It's not very common around these parts, but I was very surprised to find it in a Dan Murphy's, considering that it's not part of their inventory. Anyhow, without further ado, I will open up this Magic Hat number 9, which is also apparently a fruit beer. So, yeah, not a style that I'm overly familiar with. Wow, that cap went flying. Alright. So I'll pour it out into this ice cold, or what was an ice cold Pilsner glass. Alright, give it a good pour. Alright, so let's make an assessment of the appearance. Well, the appearance is a very orangey amber colour. Yeah, it's not the most amber of appearances, but it's it's certainly a very dark orange, and it's very carbonated. There's a lot of bubbles streaming to the top of it there, and it's got a fairly minimal amount of head. I think when I poured it, that was just a little over a finger. It seems to be dissipating fairly quickly. I'll just top it up with the remainder of what's in the bottle there. Alright. Okay, so let's make an assessment now of the aroma. Well, I'm picking up some apricot there. And possibly like mango or peach as well. I mean, it's a very sweet smell. There's also some citrus present, but it's it's an awfully inviting smell. So on that note, it's time to dive in. Cheers to you all. Time for the taste test. Wow, it's got a nice hot bite to it as well. Yeah, the taste really does follow the nose. It's very fruity. I mean, there's definitely, that predominant, sort of taste of apricot there, and, perhaps a bit of, peach or mango as well. Even in the finish, I'm sort of tasting sort of a sour apple sort of, flavour as well, but it's, not really, repellent in any way. It's quite pleasant. I mean, all in all, I think, it does really kind of balance out nicely. It's a, nice balance of flavours, surprisingly. But on that note, I do need to gulp some more. Well, that flavour profile is definitely holding on the second gulp. It's not watery really in any way. It's just very refreshing beer, and a beer that I'm very pleasantly surprised with, actually. Well, there we go. Somebody rudely interrupting this review. Yeah, so typical. Anyway, I mean, what more can I really tell you about this, except that, it's a really impressive beer, and, I would also say quite drinkable, and, I mean, probably not, all that sessionable, but I think you could certainly, kick back and, appreciate a six-pack of this. I don't know whether it's, real true sort of session beer. I think, I'd kind of much prefer, just your standard lager for a session. This doesn't really seem to me like a ideal sort of a session beer, but certainly, a cold six-pack of this is, a hot, on a hot day such as today is, going to really be quite enjoyable. Anyway, what would I give it in terms of a score out of 10? Well, I do need to have one more gulp. Alright, well I'd be inclined to give Magic Hat number 9 9 out of 10. There you go. It's pretty damn good. I'm pretty impressed with it. So anyway, that does bring us to the end of yet another SwillinGrog beer review. So, until next time, cheers to you all.